you can never fail if you never give up. So as long as you keep turning up and every single day you keep testing, there'll be a good day ahead.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of our EMS podcast. Today with Ibrahim, the youngest student we have in our program. How are you, Ibrahim?
I'm all right. All good. How are you?
Everything good. I can't complain. Just relaxing now during Chinese New Year, improving my skills. How about you?
Me, taking a bit of time off. Past 2-3 days, haven't done much. Feels really weird considering like for the past few months I've been like so focused every single day where I've done something at least, trying to get myself better at least like 1% a day. But
Amazing.
hopefully back to it soon.
Amazing. So yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how old are you? Where are you from? And what are you doing next to ecom?
So I'm currently in first year university. 18 years old. I'm studying motorsport engineering, so something a bit different. It's going all right, but I'm also doing ecom on the side. So I've been doing ecom in general as a whole for about 9 months, but a lot of that was on dropshipping on Etsy, but now I'm on Shopify pretty much all the time for the past month and a half.
How did you get started, like with the dropshipping on Etsy?
How did I get started? I remember I first started, it wasn't even dropshipping. I bought a 3D printer, saw things were selling on Etsy, so I thought I'll buy a 3D printer and I'll try selling 3D printed items. It wasn't selling very well. I was doing about, I think, £50 in revenue in the whole month. And I remember when I made my first sale, I remember I was in college with my friend and he was the one that kind of pushed me to start doing it. So yeah. And then he said to me that he was dropshipping on Etsy and he was making good money. So I thought I might as well try it. So with the right guidance and after about 2-3 months of trying it, I finally hit like some sort of jackpot. I was making good money, but wasn't really sustainable long term. So the whole point was to go into Shopify after that.
And yeah, what made you like make the transition from Etsy dropshipping to Shopify dropshipping? And like, what do you think is better with Shopify dropshipping?
I'd say definitely because towards the start of Q4 and then towards the end of Q4 into January, Shopify, Etsy became quite difficult. They became very strict on bans and account restrictions and things like that. And it just wasn't sustainable for me personally. So that's why I then knew that Shopify long term is a lot bigger. You get an exit value for your store, you can scale a lot harder and you own your own customer information. So if you want to set up your own email flows for email marketing, SMS marketing, whatever it is, you've got all the customer information that you need in order to do that.
And out of all those mentoring programs out there, why did you decide to join the e-commerce mentoring program?
It was mainly because of Cam's mate that I ended up in e-commerce mentoring. I was looking around at the time for different mentors and he kind of pushed me towards this. So I trusted him and I guess it wasn't a bad move.
Amazing. So I can remember like you joined the mentoring program in the beginning of November and you were a little bit skeptical after the first call. Like what were your fears and like what made you skeptical about this program in the beginning?
I think I was thinking like I've spent this money, invested this much money into obviously a mentoring program. And then I kind of like saw my bank account and saw the money wasn't there. And I got a bit scared and I thought, what the hell have I just done? But then kind of like after thinking about it for like 2-3 days and kind of squaring it with myself, I realized that it's a necessary move to make if I want to advance, especially if I want to fast track my success. One of the best ways.
And how was your experience so far? Like, what do you think? Was it worth the money so far or not?
I'd say so far, yeah. I think it'd be even more worth the money once I make my money back at least and start making some really good money. So hopefully soon. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
Amazing. So, what do you think? Like, what are your biggest learnings that you had so far, and where was the program helpful for you to get new skills and to like help you during the journey?
So like before I started, I kind of had an idea. So my website creation skills generally were all right, and I kind of thought that I had a decent eye for good products, something that solved a problem, things like that. I think definitely with creatives, my creatives have got. Personally, I think they've got way better. Trying to get the customer pain points and then really turning the key on that and trying to invoke emotion in order for them to buy. That's definitely another thing. Also, obviously, media buying. I didn't have a clue how to run a Facebook ad campaign before. Didn't really understand any of it, but I guess now I feel as though like I've got a very good understanding of how it all works and things like that.
Amazing. So you've been now part of the mentoring program for 3 months. How many products have you tested, and like what were your results so far?
So I've tested, I think I'm now on my fifth product. I'm on my fifth product. I guess my results have been, I'd say okay, as in terms of I've not had any failed product tests completely where I've not made a sale on each product test. So I guess that can be kind of a testament to the products being like good that I've picked, or and the creatives being all right. But seems like with the product now, from your product research sheet, seems like it's doing well. Just a bit annoying Chinese New Year had to come now, but it is what it is.
So you started seeing some results now with the product that you're testing currently.
Yeah.
How much in revenue were you able to make?
If we check my analytics, we can actually have a look. So this is my total for the past 90 days. And then since I started actually testing that product, which was the 22nd until the 31st, that's when I was running, I've done £600 in sales with, I'd say, quite a decent conversion rate.
Very good, yeah. So we can see that your conversion rate is around 2%. Your
Yeah.
average order value is £29, which is okay. And yeah, so we can see that this is a promising product. I would say that now the first, after Chinese New Year, we definitely have to find like our winning audience, our winning offer, and make sure that we find like a winning interest that we can start scaling.
Yeah.
But this surely looks promising. So you said like the last couple of days you also got like randomly a couple of sales, right?
Yeah, I did. Must have been the recovery flows. So that's when I stopped running ads. And if I just do till today, managed to get 2 sales.
The conversion rate looks great.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have many sessions, so it would do. It's only 29.
No, amazing. So yeah, like now talking about like past experiences with students that we have, it's always like that. The first 3 months are there like to learn the skills, get to know the program, how it works. Yeah, the product research part is super important too.
Yeah.
And I think yeah, like you're following the blue book or the book exactly how it's going to be. Now we're just waiting for Chinese New Year to end so we can start scaling the store. What are you
Yeah.
doing now during Chinese New Year? Like, how are you using your time?
I know I said Etsy wasn't the best. So I've been using a bit of my time just trying to get a few Etsy stores up because I mean I've got time to kill now, and it's very good for cash flow. So it allows me more money to test products, so I don't dip into like reserves what I've got. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I haven't been doing much in terms of Shopify. I think I'm going to definitely look over my site, see if I can make any optimizations, and also I think I'm going to have to think about my offer and potentially negotiate with my supplier just to see what prices I can do better.
100%. So you also have access to the Wayfinder. So there are also like a lot of skills. I'm actually watching some videos myself there to improve my skills with branding and also Facebook ads. So yeah, but it's only 2 weeks now, and then we
Yeah.
can get started again with running ads. Now you made your first 1K. What do you think? Like in the for the next for the next 3 months, what are your goals and how are you planning to achieve them?
Next 3 months, definitely I want to hit that 100K. I think I can do it. How I'm gonna do it just by showing up every day. I think that's the
Very
best way.
exactly. And like you said, you're like studying engineering at the moment.
Yeah.
Why do you do ecom, and what is your long-term goal with doing dropshipping now?
I do ecom mostly because obviously the barrier to entry is quite low, obviously compared to like loads of other different businesses. Generally you might need like 20, 30,000 upfront. This is pretty low barrier to entry. Also, I guess it's also the freedom that you have in terms of time, and also location. I mean, I could be anywhere and I can still access my Facebook ads dashboard and my Shopify dashboard and run ads and things like that. So yeah, with the money I make from dropshipping, obviously, hopefully some investments. So not blowing all my money, but definitely I want to start racing. I think that'd be really cool.
Amazing. So you would like to spend your time racing, and
Yeah.
yeah, having like an income from dropshipping and generally from e-commerce will enable you that lifestyle, so you don't have to work like a 9 to 5 job, and
Yeah,
yeah, just be your own boss and delegate some tasks.
that's it. So
Amazing.
maybe I might be the only ecom guy in a racing in the racing scene here in the UK.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, my last question to you, like, what advice would you give someone who watches this video and yeah, is planning maybe to join the mentoring program? Like, what mindset advice would you give them?
There's one thing, there's two things actually. One of them is you don't know what you don't know until you know. So you might not know something, and that might be the key that you're missing in terms of key information. Another thing is you can never fail if you never give up. So as long as you keep turning up and every single day you keep testing, even though sometimes it's not going well, you just have to push through it, because eventually there'll be a good day ahead and you'll hit success, I'm sure, if you carry on.
Amazing. That was the first episode with you, Ibrahim. The next one is going to be as soon as you hit your first 10K. And I
And then
hope
100.
that, yeah, within the 3 months, we're already going to make the next video where you already made your first 100K.
Hopefully.
Amazing. Thank you very much for joining the podcast today. And I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.